This is Mr. Land with the latest business news headlines from Day Trading Radio on RPM's Tech Talk Live for Tuesday, April 19, 2011. This was Super Tuesday for the earnings season as many big names reported today. The Dow ended the day at 12,266.75, up 65.16. The Nasdaq closed at 2744.97, up 9.59. And the S&P 500 ended at 1312.62, up 7.48. Goldman Sachs reported almost a double, coming in at 156 versus the 82-cent estimate, and beat on revenues as well. But Dick Bove, Rochdale analyst, downgraded shares to a neutral from a buy, sending GS shares tumbling from the pre-market high of 158.45. GS ended the day at 151.86, down $1.92. Johnson & Johnson reported Q1 earnings of $1.25 versus the consensus of $1.26, but beat on revenue and raised guidance. J&J closed at 62.69, up 2.23. Seagate Technology missed by 2 cents, but they announced their strategic partnership with Samsung, under which Samsung will combine its hard drive operation into Seagate. STX closed at 17.93, up 9 cents. After hours, Intel reported earnings of 56 cents versus the 46-cent estimate and beat on revenue and raised guidance. Intel closed at 19.86 and traded over 21 after hours. IBM reported earnings of $241 versus the $230 estimate on revenues of $24.6 billion versus the $24.02 billion estimate. IBM closed at $165.40 and after a brief pop to $170 traded under $165 after hours. Yahoo reported earnings of 17 cents versus the 16-cent estimate on inline revenues of $1.06 billion. Yahoo closed at $16.12 and traded up 60 cents after hours. Intuitive Surgical beat by 10 cents, $2.59 versus the estimate of $2.49 on revenues of $388 million versus the $381 million estimate. ISRG closed at $364.69 and was trading around $360 during a volatile after-hours session. Wynn Resorts beat handily $138 versus the estimate of 73 cents on revenues of $1.26 billion versus the $1.15 billion estimate. Wynn traded at $143 after hours, up from the regular session close of $138.93. And VMware reported 48 cents versus the 42-cent estimate on revenues of $844 million versus the $815 million estimate. VMW traded up almost 10 points after hours at just over 95. Another huge earnings day Wednesday with about 100 companies reporting, including, before the open, Abbott Labs, Altria, Amphenol, AT&T, Elon, EMC, Encana, Freeport-McMoRan, Knight Capital, Nasdaq, Prologis, Quest Diagnostics, St. Jude Medical, Textron, United Technologies, and Wells Fargo. After the close, American Express, Amgen, Apple, Boston Scientific, Busey, Cheesecake Factory, Chipotle Mexican Grill, E-Trade, F5 Networks, Gilead Sciences, Marriott, Newfield Exploration, Qualcomm, Tractor Supply, Western Digital, and Yum Brands. Economic events scheduled for Wednesday at 7 a.m. the MBA Mortgage Purchase Index, and at 10 a.m. existing home sales, and 10:30 a.m. crude inventories. Those are the latest news headlines from Day Trading Radio and RPM's Tech Talk Live. I'm Mr. Land. Have a great night.